J'aimerais aujourd'hui savoir qu'est-ce qui doit être fait pour donner un nouveau souffle à l'entrepreneurship au Québec. Merci.
Si vous me permettez, je passerai la parole à la personne qui a le plus d'expérience dans la salle. C'est pas moi. C'est pas moi. Alors, qu'est-ce que vous en pensez? Qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire? C'est quoi la solution?
If you want to earn your living decently, you have to create. Une chose importante quand on est un entrepreneur, il ne faut pas que ça soit trop facile. Et puis, il faut être un petit peu naïf. C'est-à-dire que, oui, ici, là, je sais qu'il y a une marche. Hein. Tout à l'heure, quand je vais descendre, je vais faire un petit saut. Mais il ne faut pas dire qu'il y a une marche. Il faut dire, je vais aller jusqu'au bord, là. S'il y a une marche, je vais la descendre. Puis s'il n'y a pas de marche, je vais continuer. C'est-à-dire, il faut... Le vrai entrepreneur, c'est celui qui ne sait pas trop ce qui va arriver. Je m'excuse d'être en milieu de comptable, mais les comptables, d'après moi, c'est pas...
Parlez des avocats. Prenez l'exemple des avocats à la place, M. Coutu.
C'est pas des bons entrepreneurs.
Well, I just lost my job, everybody.
Non, parce qu'ils ont trop de formation. Ils
They're
savent
too
trop
smart.
ce qui peut arriver.
Ouais.
Et un entrepreneur, il a une idée, puis il se fout peut-être un peu de ce qui peut arriver. Il faut être très téméraire pour réussir. Puis à chaque fois qu'on pense qu'on est arrivé à quelque chose, c'est le début d'un nouveau début. L'entrepreneur, c'est le garçon et la fille qui croient en quelque chose, qui savent qu'aujourd'hui, on dit maintenant, tout est fait sur la Terre. C'est pas vrai. Il y a beaucoup de choses sur la Terre. Mais chacune des choses qui existent peut être améliorée et ça prend un entrepreneur pour l'améliorer.
My viewpoint is that somewhere in the educational system, we are not able to express to the young people how exciting it is to have an idea, to be able to act upon that idea, to be able to deliver and implement it, how enriching it is to be able to go to different countries, to be able to take what you believe you can do and see it turn into a success. Why would anybody want to work on salary all the time and just be doing a rote job? That doesn't seem very exciting to me. You want to be part of a team that's doing something that's moving forward, that's exciting, that's breaking barriers, thinking out of the box. What have we done to take this away from people, this desire to do it? I think fear may be part of it, that we need to go, I was thinking we need to go into high schools actually and to young people and have these discussions, because that's where we're going to get people to be infected and excited by actually pushing that extra effort to have a dream. And sometimes your first dream doesn't work, so then you try the second dream, but at least you're going to dream. And one of the psychologists that is studying today what makes great entrepreneurs said, entrepreneurs are really optimists. And in the face of all else, they believe that what they think is going to work. So they just keep going forward. And 90% of the time, maybe it works.
You know, when we talk to entrepreneurs, I think we've had, both as a company and individually, we've had so many different experiences with entrepreneurs. And I'll agree fundamentally that esprit de vie, or that vision of life, it's born, and I don't know the degree to which it can be taught. On the flip side, I think for many people, it has to be, we have to demonstrate that the door can be opened, and that there is an alternative path than kind of, if you will, the safe and narrow. You know, we've internally, even in our young business, tried on a couple of occasions to launch new businesses. And our attempt at that was, okay, take the smartest, best manager that we could find with the best CV, who's run a big business, bring him in, and we'll give him this mandate. And it was a great, really smart, capable individual. It wasn't a success for us because he didn't have the drive of the entrepreneur. He was really good at managing something that was established, and probably what we should have done is given him our core business, and we would have gone on to launch that, because he wasn't willing to reinvent. And when he came up against obstacles, he gazed at them as opposed to either going around them or trying to break through them. You know, there's some things that are now happening in Montreal to try to nourish that, which I think should be encouraged. So certainly on the technology side, there are a lot of people who want to start businesses. And historically in Montreal, I mean, we went through it 3 short years ago. It was nearly impossible to raise seed capital unless you were going to borrow from your friends or put yourself into a tremendous amount of personal debt if you had access to it. And there are these incubators that are starting, Seed One Labs and things like that. And I think those type of environments are really good because they provide small amounts of seed capital to entrepreneurs with good ideas. They give them an environment in which to nurture them. And I think those are the types of things that you see that they're big in New York, they're big in the Valley, big in Boston, and they're starting to grow up here in Montreal. And I think we just need to do more of that, where you provide entrepreneurs with mentors, with access to capital, so that they can actually see whether or not these ideas really hold any merit.